Hello, everyone, and welcome to Week 7 of the PCL. Your New York Empoleon are not in a position where we can take losses anymore. We are falling no further behind, but we need to gain ground, and it starts each week by making sure we're making the right plays, making the right sets, and getting the W's we need to get. Because I have no Edgequake switch-ins, which is why I decided to make a ton of transactions right before the trade deadline, which happened, this is the final week of trades. So, my team has completely reshaped itself. It is totally new now. Some of the mons you'll see are the same, but I'm going to go over real quickly what happened. So, instead of Infernape, we traded Infernape for Heatran. This was maybe questionable. We'll see how that plays out in the future. I felt like Infernape and Diggersby were doing relatively similar jobs a lot. I wanted them for the same purpose. I'd bring both of them, and then Diggersby would do the job better, is how I kind of felt about it. Whereas Infernape does have rocks, does have some other stuff. I figured Heatran also gets rocked. I don't lose the Stealth Rocker. Gives me a little bit more bulk. Nice steel type is always helpful to have. Slightly different weaknesses. Obviously, the quad weakness is ground, not ideal, but there are ways to circumvent that. And with Thunderous T being my only thing off the ground, picking up a Heatran, I decided I didn't want to make it so that I couldn't have anything else off the ground, so I picked up a Zelf as well. I dropped Goodra, and I picked up a Zelf. So that's going to be another Levitator, which is really nice. I'm using it in the TBL right now to great success. Love that thing. Super versatile, super fun. And I always have two Psychic types in every league I do, so Mega Gardevoir Zelf is perfectly comfortable, perfectly at home with me. Next up, after that, I decided we were going to grab Tyrantrum since I had to drop Goodra. So I was able to drop my... I don't even know what I dropped for Tyrantrum, but I dropped a thing, and I picked up Tyrantrum. It was a tier 3, so something out of tier 3 on my team that I could look up, but I'm not. So Tyrantrum comes onto the team. It does give me another ground weakness, which is meh. It's not that I had that many ground weaknesses before, but I did end up dropping Drapion, as you'll see, so it doesn't net a ground weakness there. And it gives me a very hard-hitting Dragon type, which is really nice. Which Goodra was super good for being bulky, but it wasn't really good for doing any damage. Where Tyrantrum gives me the opposite of that. It's decently bulky on the physical side. You can't take a special hit for beans, but it's going to be able to hit things super hard. And finally, we did drop Drapion, and we picked up Swampert. So Swampert and Vaporeon do different things. Yeah, they're both weak to grass, but I do have so many things that resist grass. Heatran now quad resists, Ribombee resists, Superior resists, Thundurus resists. So I do have plenty of answers to grass types that I wasn't super worried about it. Swampert gives me another rocker, which again, losing the Infernape was scary, but Tyrantrum, Swampert, and Heatran and Azelf all get rocked, so I got 4 rockers out of it. Swampert gives me a different type of water type than Vaporeon, in my opinion. Yeah, they're both bulky waters, but Vaporeon's really good for like Wish Passing. It's a special attacker, obviously, most of the time, and gets some interesting moves on that side, whereas Swampert gets counter, it gets Mirror Coat, it gets some fun tech like that. It obviously is a rocker, not a Wish Passer. And it can hit on the physical side or the special side with some really good coverage on both, and is a pretty decent answer to just having like a check and a ground type to thwart any electric type attacks that are going to be targeting Vaporeon. Not that I didn't have a ground type in Diggersby and a water type in Vaporeon, but there wasn't a tier 4 that I wanted more than Swampert, and I figured it's just one of those things where like Drapion, Swampert, I'll take the Swampert and see what happens. So we'll see how this goes. All right, everyone, welcome back. We're going to jump right into this. I actually, recorded that and then immediately jumped in. We are less than 2 minutes since I finished the recording. I literally got up, got water, came back. What? When did he get Tyranitar? When did he get Whimsicott? Okay, well, he must have made some deadline moves that I didn't notice. So, I don't have those things prepared on the layout. So, I'm gonna just leave them blank, and I'll fill in what I don't have later with some PNGs. Because I didn't know that he had those 3 mons. Just flat out didn't know that. Okay, so how are we gonna? I mean, Gardevoir now just became even more important. Since it outspeeds everything except Garchomp, my Tyrantrum doesn't have dragon coverage because I didn't think I needed it. But it has Ice Fang, so that should be fine. Garchomp or Piloswine is probably a lead. Alright, I'm going to lead with my Vaporeon. If he tries to set up rocks. I don't have Defog this week. Straight up just, like, did not know. Okay, I should write down what he has, because, like, I don't even know what's on his team anymore. So he has... Buzzwole, Celesteela, Piloswine, Tyranitar, Garchomp, and Whimsicott. I probably just didn't check the dock after it was updated. There's the Piloswine lead, as sort of expected. And he's going to eat this Scald, but I do get to scout some of his set if he sets up his rocks. You know, he sets up his rocks. This is a Z user for him. Z Earthquake does 60%. It's fine. Z Earthquake plus regular Earthquake doesn't kill, so we can just go for a Wish at that point. Or just kill this thing in 2 hits. He has no switch into Scald. Whimsicott's a switch into Scald, I guess. Let's see, what is your set? Specially defensive? Physically defensive? Lots of HP? Burn? 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 Stealth Rocks. Let's see it. There it is. Okay. So he wants his Stealth Rocks up. And he's got the Eviolite. We know he does. And he is burned, which I can mark down. That's about max HP, probably Fizz Def, maybe a little bit of Special Bulk in there. Actually, maybe a lot of Special Bulk in there. Now at this point, I just have to... Like, there's nothing that could OHKO this. So barring leading with his Elf and having Taunt, which I don't, because I didn't, you know, that was going to happen. But I think it's another free Scald if I want to. So I might as well just do it. And if he switches out, that's fine. There's the Whimsicott that comes in at this point. I mean, Scald was free. I can burn this thing too. I don't burn it. So Whimsicott, that's not defensive at all. It's an offensive Whimsicott. Okay. Or at least it's got no HP investment. Energy Ball is going to do a lot, or Giga Drain. I have no idea what this thing's going to do. I did not prepare for a Whimsicott in the slightest, I'll be honest. Heatran can come in here and set up my Stealth Rocks. He probably has something for it, but honestly, I don't know what. He's probably going to go like HP Ground here. Predicting that? Just U-turns? Okay. Well, I'm not Air Balloon, I'm Shuka. I don't know what you're going to go into that's going to threaten me immediately. Heatran. If he goes Garchomp, it doesn't kill me if he's Max Attack Jolly. It doesn't kill me if he's Max Attack Adamant either. Thank God, that's not calced at all. But if he's Max Attack Adamant, he doesn't kill me unless he's got some sort of Life Orb or boosting thing. And at which point, any sort of boosting thing, even Expert Belt, will kill. But I guess... Is it Mega? Is it a Mega Garchomp? I don't even know what's on his team. And opening new tabs makes my XSplit go all wonky, so I'm just winging it here. If it's Mega Garchomp, and he's Jolly, it's only a 50% chance to kill with an Earthquake. And he could predict me. Oh no, I'm damaged from the rocks. After Stealth Rock is a guaranteed kill? Yeah, it's a guaranteed kill. Now I could go out into my Azelf, but if he just goes for a not that, if he goes for a not that, then let's say an Outrage. Outrage kills Azelf. Dragon Claw does not, even after Stealth Rocks. But Azelf, I think, is more important to me than Heatran. How important are my rocks at this point? I mean, they're not in this matchup, so I might as well just go for a... I don't know, do I want to just go for a Willow? I'm going to go for a Willow here. If he tries to, like, Swords Dance... So he is Mega Garchomp. Okay, I missed this transaction entirely, so that's my bad. Goes for the EQ. I eat the Shuka. He's probably Adamant. And that's going to kill me. So I could have gone into... Okay, so Mega Garchomp kills Heatran with Earthquake. Now, if he's max speed Jolly, he outspeeds my Gardevoir, because I wasn't prepped for this. How much does Tyrantrum do to Mega Garchomp with an Ice Fang? Ice Fang kills this. And he has no great switch-in outside the Piloswine. But if he goes Piloswine, I can just go back out into my Vaporeon and then double out again, so... I mean, I guess we can just go for an Ice Fang here. He's going to switch out. Goes out into Whimsicott. Probably think I'm going to go for a Dragon-type move. But no, I'm going to go for an Ice Fang here. And that's just going to take out Whimsicott, which makes Scalds from Vaporeon super scary to him. So, cool. Tyrantrum kills Whimsicott with Ice Fang. Guys, this is wild. I've never played a match in a League format where I did not know my opponent's team at all. I don't know anything of what's about to happen. Tyrantrum's huge for my team, very important for me to keep healthy, so pretty much no matter what he goes into here, I'm going to have to switch out. Definitely wish I'd predicted that Earthquake and gotten into the Elf there, because then I could have set up a nasty plot. He probably doesn't have Outrage, and if he locked himself into Outrage, then I go into my Gardevoir and set up a substitute, or just go for Hyper Voice and kill him. So that might have been the best play, but I did decide to stay with the Heatran. I will not get rocks up. They aren't as important then as I thought they were. My whole team builder, guys, that I literally talked for like 30 minutes about everything, I want to keep in mostly the part where I talk about the transactions I've made, but I talk about the wrong team. So, I don't know if you're Scarfed, Buzzwole. If you are, you outspeed me if you're not Adamant. If you're Adamant, then you don't. Now, Superpower kills. A Bug move doesn't. I could go into a Zelf at this point, but I don't think I want to, because a Zelf can be used to scout if he's actually Scarfed. How does Vaporeon... I feel like nothing takes hits from this thing very well, which is, I mean, sort of the point of picking it up, isn't it? If he goes for the Ice Punch, which is entirely reasonable, then Vaporeon is going to be my best switch. Although Ice Punch doesn't kill me right now. So I don't know why he would do that. It does like 60%. I'm going to go Vaporeon here. It might be a mistake. It might be a mistake. Goes for the Bulk Up. Okay, so he's not Scarfed. Which means that Tyrantrum's going to outspeed you. And I live a +1 superpower. And I can Roar? Or I can just Scald. Scald. Burn things. Give me some burns. He's not Scarfed, which means I can also go out into my Thundurus. Which doesn't have super effective coverage for it. Unfortunately, I'm not running Hidden Power Flying. I can also go out into Gardevoir, which outspeeds this, since he has no speed investment, or no speed boosting capabilities. Yeah, I am guaranteed to outspeed this, even though... Yeah, this is something I prepped for, so I knew I was gonna... Okay. So he's not Scarfed. Unless he Scarf Bulk Up, which would be super wild. Vaporeon's very important, I think. There's a Leech Life. If I can get a burn here, that'd be amazing. That Leech Life only does 50%, and we get a Scald off here. Come on, burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it, burn it. That's unfortunate. You hate to see that. So at this point, I can go out into my Thundurus if I want. And take a +1 Leech Life, which is probably what he's going to go for. Though that would be Thundurus' only switch in this battle, which is okay. +1 Leech Life after Rocks is a guaranteed 2 at KO. And Thundurus, how much are you doing for me this battle? What else do I have to handle Celesteela? I have Gardevoir. Or do I just sack Vaporeon, which, while useful, isn't vital? And then just go straight to Gardevoir and go Hyper Voice into Thunderbolt. Since Hyper Voice into Thunderbolt should kill Celesteela unless he's Wakanberry. Actually, it may not. But that's okay. I could just Thunderbolt at that point. Does Thunderbolt kill Buzzwole from here? No, but... No. Well, if I burned it, it would. I'm gonna go Thundurus. Since I do think Vaporeon still has value to me and can heal somewhere, maybe? I don't know. Goes for the superpower. That takes me out. Which is unfortunate that he does decide to do that. But I can go Gardevoir here. What's your speed? What is it? Speed? No, it's attack. Okay. I could go Azelf. And I didn't prep for Tyranitar at all. So yeah, I've got to go guard here. And he could let this thing die. I don't see him doing that. So I could sub. Kind of scout, you know? What are you going to do? And if you go Celesteela, it gives me the option to get 2 Thunderbolts off. Or I can just Hyper Voice into the incoming Celesteela. Or I can T-Bolt and try to see if I'll kill. It's 50 to 60% if he's max HP, which I have no idea if he's max HP. Do I think you're going to stay in here is the real question. Or do I think you're going to be specially defensive? I do think you're going to be specially defensive Celesteela. I think Thunderbolt is my best play, but if I lose Gardevoir, then I lose, I think. Azelf can still win this. Well, but I need to kill Tyranitar or something. And I have no coverage for it. Intentionally. Not intentionally, but like I just don't have coverage for it. But does he sack off this thing here? I don't see him doing it. I see him going hard Celesteela right here. I click Substitute. I scout out what you're going to do. There's a switch. Hawk is the Piloswine. Okay. Hyper Voice could kill. Ice Shard could break this sub if he's like offensive. Oh no, he's burned, so he won't break the sub with a with an Ice Shard. So I'll just go Hyper Voice. I'm gonna be honest, like if I lose this battle, I don't know. It's on me. I'm not gonna blame anybody. I have literally no idea like how I should have. Like I could have definitely prepped differently if I'd known that his team was just not the Mons I thought they were. Doesn't kill. Earthquake will break the sub, unfortunately. Burn's gonna chip you down a little bit. At this point, I think I have to go as Elf. Or I can go into Vaporeon. Yeah, I'm gonna go Vaporeon here. If he EQs again, it's fine. Vaporeon has to sort of be a sack. Gardevoir is too important. There's an EQ. I could have gone as Elf there and just let him die, but I figured he was going to Ice Shard, honestly. Man, if I had burned the Buzzwole... Well, down goes the Piloswine. And so, Vaporeon... Well, Buzzwole kills Thundurus T with Superpower. And then Vaporeon kills... Piloswine with Scald Burn damage. Okay. It's 4-4. Out comes the Garchomp. Do I sack? What choice do I have on some level, right? Unless I go out into my... No, he's going to go for a... Oh, does he go for a Dragon-type move? No, he doesn't. No, there's no way. I'm going to click Scald. Sack Vaporeon here. There's an EQ. I could... So many times I could have just gone into Zelfir. Alright, so... Mega Garchomp kills Vaporeon with Earthquake. And I could go Tyrantrum and Ice Fang. I think I'm going to go into my Azelf and do the only thing I can think to do. But I don't touch Tyranitar. I don't, because I didn't know he had it. So I can't set up. I literally can't do more than 12% to a Tyranitar. I mean, I'll just Hidden Power Ice. If he goes T-Tar, then... I don't know. Diane. This thing gets coverage for Tyranitar. I could have run U-Turn. I would have run U-Turn. I would have run U-Turn. Oh my god. Did I go Tyrantrum on the likely Dark-type move? I mean, I don't want to sack Guard for nothing. I mean, I legitimately, guys, legitimately don't know. Did not know that these were his Mons. He brought 3 Mons I didn't even know his team had. Like, I guess it's on me. No, not I guess. I mean, it's on me, but like... Oh! Yeah! Defense drops. Goody. Does a Heavy Slam kill me? I mean... Heavy Slam can kill me if he's offensively invested. What do I care about here? Like, I just don't touch his Tyranitar. Like, at all. I have to just Iron Head flinch him. I have to Iron Head flinch the rest of his Mons. I don't know, man. Like, Celesteal is something I had prepared for, but, like, not like this. +1 attack's gonna be game. Legitimately, am I upset? I'm not even upset. Like, I don't have the energy to be upset. I don't know. It's just, like I just didn't prep for this team. You lose games, you don't prep for the right team. You know, like, I'm not even mad. Like, good job. You prepped for my team, and I didn't prep for yours, and, you know, I've lost games where I brought the wrong team to matchups before because I brought the wrong team. Like, that's what it feels like. It feels just like, oh, okay, like, sure, I just, like, brought the wrong team. Like, I'm legitimately not sure how to win a matchup where you're just like, okay, so I don't have any moves. Like, I didn't have Steel-type coverage on my Heatran for the Tyranitar. I didn't have Defog, which he had way more Stealth Rockers now that were more reliable. You know, I was like, okay, like, great, I've got prep for these things, and they don't exist. So, great game, Austin, and I will happily tell him that he won, and he deserves to have won, because he literally out-prepped me. He prepped for the correct thing, and I prepped for the completely incorrect thing. So, anyway, we're 2-5 now. Life, it happens. So I will see you guys back here next week with another PCL battle. Hopefully, I will double check and make sure we're actually battling the right team. But from here on out, nobody's allowed to make any transactions, so we're going to be okay. My fault, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody. Take care. That's the words. Take care, everybody.